I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Why can't I treat a good man right? My woman is good to me, so why do I cheat? But before I get started this demonstration, if I could get you to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. I want to salute everybody that's catching this on the replay. I want to salute everybody that's watching from the clouds. I want to salute all of the moderators. I want to salute everyone from all sectors. There are a lot of people from different sectors. So salute to everybody from the Rock Squad, the Memphis sector, the Beef sector, the Black sector, the Miami sector, the Mo 3 sector, and all other sectors. I am the co-host to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, this is her channel, and I'm only the co-host. Let me salute individually, and we will get into this demonstration. I will be dropping the link. It is an open panel. Salute Marty. Salute Jamie. Salute Ronnie. Appreciate you for pulling up, Ronnie. Salute everybody. I'm going to drop the link. And once again, if you feel like hitting the panel to discuss this topic, feel free. Salute, Miss Parker. Salute. Why can't I treat a good man right? Now, this don't apply to all women. But over the years, and even today, there have been women in relationships where they have a good man. But for some strange reason, they just can't treat a good man right. On the flip side of things, for many years, and even to today, there are a lot of men that have good women, but they still cheat on their good women. I mean, it's like, and you ask them, you ask the men, like, and the men will even tell you, like, I got a good woman at home. And you ask them, well, what you out here cheating for? And for the men, I think it's different. Well, I don't think it's different. I believe in women, y'all can help me with this, but I believe that it's different when a man cheats compared to when a woman cheats. I think men, men, we just cheat just to cheat. And we'll cheat with anybody. Whereas though with a woman is more strategic. And a woman is just not going to cheat just to cheat. However, in some cases, they will. But I want us to try to stay on topic. But if we go off topic, that's fine. I want us to pretty much do our best to stay on topic. Why can't I treat a good man right? My woman is good to me, so why do I cheat? I would love for any women and men that's been in these situations. I would love to hear firsthand from those women and those men. I mean, what better way to get an understanding of this demonstration but to have women and men that this applied to that have been in those situations hit the panel and chop it up with us and let us know their experience. Salute spoken facts. Salute spoken facts. So if you are a man, and if you ever had a good woman and you cheated on her, hit the panel and talk to us. If you are a woman and you had a good man and you just couldn't treat him right, hit the panel. I think this will be an interesting topic. I think we'll get some very interesting stories that'll blow all our minds, because I'm sure if we haven't been in relationships like that, I'm sure we had a friend, a cousin, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a girlfriend, a friend, you know, our day one. I'm sure we know somebody that had a good man. I'm sure we know somebody that had a good woman. Salute, beautiful nightmare. Salute, beautiful nightmare. I've had friends that had good women, and they still cheated. I have to be honest. I've had good women in my days, and I cheated. Salute, Tony. Now, for me, and I can't say that this applies to all men, but for me, I was cheating just to cheat. One incident, I cheated with a couple of her friends. And her friends was throwing themselves on me. And y'all know how it is. They say, let me start with the men first. Don't nobody want a man until somebody else got him. Long as you single, ain't no females trying to push up on you. You trying to holler at females, they won't give you the time of day. But for a man, as soon as you put that wedding band on, or that wedding ring or engagement ring, soon as you become married, as soon as they know you got a wife or girlfriend, here they come. And that's what happened to me in this one particular situation. And I couldn't understand it at the time because I was young. I was a teenager. So, you know, I'm a teenager, young, dumb, reckless, not knowing nothing. But it wasn't, as I look back, it wasn't so much of them really interested in me. It wasn't that they actually wanted to be with me. And maybe, ladies, y'all can help me understand this. So for the first part of the demonstration, I only want the ladies to hit the panel with me. Fellas, I'll give y'all opportunity down the line to hit the panel. But I want to get some perspectives, and I want to get the opinions of the ladies on this first. So right now, the panel will only be open to the ladies. Fellas, I'll bring y'all up later on. But as I stated, my girlfriend friends were throwing themselves on me. Now, I look at it like this. They was just trying to show my girlfriend what type of dog I was, what type of cheater I was. But then, why would they sleep with me? Why would they have to sleep with me? And they supposed to be my girlfriend friends, day ones. So why would they have to sleep with me to prove that I'm a dog? Why would they have to sleep with me to prove that I'm a cheater? Why not at least flirt with me a little bit? and see if I take the bait. Ladies, maybe y'all can help me understand that. But like I was saying before, now I done been in times of my life when I was single. I'll be hollering at females. I'll be like, damn. I'll be in a nice car. I'm looking nice. I'm smelling nice. I got a bankroll in my pocket. I can't pull, let alone a dime piece. I can't even pull a female on a scale 1 to 10. I can't even pull a chicken head. I've been in them days before when I couldn't even pull a chicken head. And I got everything that I need going for me, but I can't even pull a chicken head. But as I stated before, I get more women throwing their panties at me. I get more women hollering at me when I'm in relationships. Let me go back to when I was a teenager. So you know me, I got my chest on swole. You know, I'm a teenager. I'm 16, 17 years old. So I'm walking around with my chest on swole. I'm smashing them down. And at the time, she was good to me. And she couldn't understand for the life. She said, why? Why do you do this to me? Why are you sleeping with them? Now, later on in life, salute 80s baby, Tommy, Vibrant, Lil, salute y'all, salute Spoken Facts. Now, of course, later on in life, I still went through that process. I think it wasn't until I probably hit my 30s. Salute Tina. Salute Tina. I think one, but I definitely know once I hit my 40s, you know, I pretty much was settled down, you know. But in my younger years, I had good women. And I cheated. I cheated. And I know a lot of men that's in that predicament now. Got good women. But they still cheat. What's that all about? What is that all about? Like, do you realize how good she is to you? Do you realize what she got going on? Do you realize she's every man's dream? And I mean, for some of us fellas, the women, the good women that they have is beautiful on the outside. They're beautiful on the inside. I mean, they really got it going on. They work. They take care of the children. They cater to their man's needs. Pretty much all the things that a man would expect from a woman. And Miss Parker is not in the chat yet. She's not in the chat yet. That's me that's dropping the StreamYard link. So Miss Parker hasn't pulled up to the chat yet. So if anybody's saluting Miss Parker hasn't pulled up to the chat yet. But they be having some, you know, some good quality women. But they still cheat on that woman. Now, let's just flip it just a little bit to why can't I treat a good man right? Once again, for right now, I just want the ladies to join me on the panel. I just want to talk to the ladies. Fellas, I'll let you hit the panel once I get to talking to you. As Marty says, feel free to support the co-host with a super sticker, super chat, or cash app. My cash app is $ERICMCINT. Now let's flip it to the other side of things. Tina says, yes, Shank, you are absolutely right, and vice versa, also real. So when it comes to the ladies, why can't I treat a good man right? I've seen it. Some of the ladies that I've been with had good men. Just like the good women were beautiful on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Some of these men, some of these good men was nice looking on the outside, nice on the inside. I mean, they had good hearts. A lot of these men were stepdads and stepfathers to these women children, but they still didn't treat that good man right. And you would say, well, wow, this man loves you and this man loves your kids. He has that much love for you and your kids that he's stepping in, not that it's mandatory or not that it's, you know, he has to, but this man is stepping in and taking on the role of a stepfather to children that aren't his. This man don't argue with you. This man don't raise his voice at you. This man will give you the world. This man wines and dines you. I mean, and I'm a man, and I give credit where credit is due. This is a good man. But why can't I treat a good man right? Tina says, I'm thinking she's afraid of being heartbroken. They still in a relationship from the past, and some of us don't feel there is a good man. And I've heard that before, Tina. I've heard that before. I heard from most women because of what they experienced in previous relationships, and they're just afraid. And then I've also heard from a few women that say they didn't mean to take it out on this good guy, but I heard a few ladies say this: the abuse and what they went through in previous relationships, they took it out on the good man, and they apologized. I watched a movie. It was a minute ago. And this man, I mean, he matter of fact, y'all remember The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Salute, Looney. Salute, Looney. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute, Looney. Y'all remember The Diary of a Mad Black Woman? When Shemar Moore, when he, you know, stepped on the scene and he was, you know, trying to date her and everything, she couldn't get past what my man had done to her and what my man was doing to her. And Shemar was good. He was good to her. Tina says, some of us hold on to that heartbreak and won't trust anyone. It's going to take time. And that's a good point, Tina. That's a good point. And the hurt that my man had put her through, she couldn't get past it. And she was saying to Shemar, what do you want from me? Why are you so nice? Now, I've been in Shemar Moore's place. I've been on both sides. I've been on the side where I've done dirt to women, and I've been on the side where women have done dirt to me. I had a woman Ask me that and say that to me. Tina says, good example, Diary of a Mad Black Woman is real. Yes, I had a woman say, why are you so nice to me and my kids? What do you want? I said, huh? She said, why you being so nice? You ain't gotta be nice. But I had matured. I'm in my 40s. I wasn't a teenager no more, you know. And so for some of us, when we get older, we get wiser and we make better decisions. So I'm older now, I'm in my 40s. And she couldn't understand why I was so nice. She couldn't understand why I was being nice. And she said, the men that I date, they were never nice to me. And if they was nice to me, they wanted to sleep with me. And once they slept with me, I never heard back from them. Tommy says, I just want to know, why is it that when a man cheats, he just no good, but when a woman cheats, it's all of these reasons and nonsense and excuses. We're going to get to that, Tommy. And maybe it's some ladies that's in the chat that can answer Tommy's questions. But we'll definitely get to that. Tommy says, I just want to know, why is it that when a man cheats, he's just no good, but when a woman cheats, it's all of these reasons and nuisances or nonsenses and excuses. So y'all mean to tell me ain't nobody? Now, ladies, I'm letting the ladies come up first. I want the ladies to have first choice with this. Previous demonstrations, it's been me and the fellas up here deep. So I want the ladies to be able to express their feelings. I want the ladies to give their opinions. And it's okay. As a lady, if you didn't know how to treat a good man, that's why we're here. Nobody's going to pass judgment. Because maybe we can all learn something from this demonstration. Maybe we all can learn something from this demonstration. Ladies, I'm sure y'all would love to know, why do men cheat when they got a good woman? And fellas, I know y'all want to know, why can't a woman treat a good man right? As a woman, if you've been in a relationship with a good man and couldn't treat that good man right, let us know. Let us know. Once again, for right now, I only want the ladies to join me on the panel. I'll get around to letting the fellas come up on the panel and voice their opinion. I also want to talk to you all about, what's the definition, or what is your opinion on a good man? Vice versa. What is your definition, or what is your opinion on a good woman? Marty says, I believe men and women cheat for the same reasons. Okay. They are looking for what they believe is lacking in their relationship. Okay. Do anybody else agree with Marty? Because for me, I always felt that men and women cheated for different reasons. But Marty is opening up our eyes to something different. Marty is saying She believes men and women cheat for the same reasons. They are looking for what they believe is lacking in their relationship. And that's a good point, Marty. However, for me, and this is not to say you're wrong, Marty, but I'm just saying for me, I was cheating. I wasn't cheating because, but that is true now, because a lot of men and women will say that. But I'm just saying for me, I didn't cheat because something was lacking in a relationship. And most of the times for us men, that's why I say, and you're correct, Marty, because most of the times men do cheat because they ain't getting nothing at home. Most of the times, probably 9 out of 10 times. Marty, in my opinion, Marty is correct with what she says. 9 out of 10 times. That's why men cheat. Now I'll have to let the ladies, because I'm not a lady, I'm not a woman. So I'll have to let the ladies build with Marty as far as why women cheat. Salute, Alexis. Salute, Alexis. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute. Salute, Alexis. Like, do women cheat because they're not having orgasms? Tina says, I say she's afraid because some men and women cheat because it's what they are used to, so it feels normal to them. Good point, Tina. Alexis says, I agree with that, but I also think people cheat because it's something in their self they must fix. That's good as well, Alexis. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot, Alexis. Salute, goddess of love. Salute, goddess of love. Beautiful Nightmare says, sometimes it's because he did it, in my opinion, do it too. I've heard that, Beautiful Nightmare. I think we all heard that. I think we all heard that. He cheated on me, so I cheated on him. Now, does that make the cheating justified? Would y'all say that that will make the cheating justified? Does 2 wrongs make a right? Salute 80s, baby. I see. Tina says, women cheat because they are being treated poorly at home and feel that the love has changed. I hear that a lot. In my opinion, that could go both ways. That could be for a man as well. But I hear that, Tina. But that could go both ways. Alexis says, Marty, always respect and positivity. Goddess of Love says, lack of time and attention. True, true, true. I think, let me backtrack, y'all. Since nobody else, since none of the ladies want to hit the panel, let me just use me for an excuse. I think for me, I'm trying to think that I ever cheat because lack of time and attention. I can't say whether or not, but as soon as it comes to my attention that may have been the reason why I cheated, I'll definitely share that with y'all. I definitely will share that with y'all. And this is one of the tactics that I learned in anger management. Like, when I first went to anger management, I wasn't trying to hear nothing they were saying. I definitely wasn't trying to tell my business, but as I started to go and as I started to see other people in the class open up, and I started to see how it was able to help them get over some things. That's why I'm telling y'all, maybe anger management won't do it for you. Maybe it might be another kind of counseling or therapy session. But I do believe counseling, therapy, I do believe being able to vent, being able to get things off of your chest I do believe that that's a form of evolving, as well as, and somebody can help me out with my wordplay, but I do believe that it helps the soul as well as it helps the individual. Because once you begin to speak these things and get these things off your chest, you'll be able to see where you went wrong at, and you'll be able to take accountability. Because I had to start to see where I was going wrong. I was like, wow. And I'm sure we all can relate. Like, wow, I didn't know that I was causing that much pain by my actions. I didn't know that I was putting somebody else through this pain from my actions. So that's why I love doing these demonstrations, because it helps me. I'll be hoping and praying that it helps us all, but it helps me when I talk about my past, and I'll be like, wow, wow. So are there any ladies that would like to hit the panel with me to discuss why can't I treat a good man right? I'll even allow the ladies to flip it around and talk about, my woman is good to me, so why do I cheat? Come on, ladies, don't be shy. Tina says, I was married 22 years and it changed in the last 5 years of my marriage. The feeling changed, and it can happen. Some people just grow apart, and then soon as a fresh dude speak, turn things left. That's an excellent point. Appreciate the new membership, Looney. Me and Miss Parker appreciate the new membership, Looney. I think for the ladies, as well as the fellas, but I definitely know for the ladies, that can be very troublesome for ladies. Because if you've been married, or if you've been in a relationship with your significant other, and then, you know, things turn for the worse, and then a slick talking, nice looking guy, he ain't even got to really be all nice looking. Long as he's nicely groomed, long he's smelling good, long as he's dressed decent enough, a woman will give her attention to that man. And that's all it takes. So fellas, I know most of us like to believe that we got our woman on lock. Fellas, I know most of us believe my woman won't cheat. Fellas, I know most of us believe, because, you know, for us fellas, we feel like we the best thing that happened to our women since bread and butter. You slip on your pimping if you want to, fellas. And all it takes is that one dude to slide up and start speaking. Say the right words. He could be an average Joe Blow. Once he make her smile, if another man makes your woman smile and you've been slipping on your pimping, y'all already know the rest. Tina says, yes, Shank, you are right, because the one I had turned into Satan. I didn't know him at all. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Tina. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And I hope and pray that you made it out of that relationship. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Since no ladies want to come up, I'll open the panel up to both. No, let me keep it 100. I'll open the panel up to the fellas, and then I will allow the fellas and ladies to be on the panel together. So for right now, give me some fellas to hit the panel. Okay, well, hold up, fellas. Come on, goddess of love. Let me just keep it for the females right now. Hold up, fellas. I'll bring y'all up. Okay, I dropped the link for you, goddess of love. And we don't want to get into no shouting match. We don't want to do none of that. This is class. And we just want to chop it up. Why can't I treat a good man right? My woman is good to me, so why do I cheat? I've been on both sides of the fences. Some people say you get back what you put out. Some people say when I got cheated on, they said that was my karma. Salute, goddess of love.
Hey, Shank, how are you doing?
All right. My first time on a panel with goddess of love. Uh-oh.
Same. It's an honor and a privilege. Peace and love to you, King.
Drop some of them heavy jewels on us, goddess of love.
Well, I'm just going to talk from my experience. Those that know me know I'm very transparent. So I'm just going to speak from my experience and what happened to me, what in my marriage, what the reason why he cheated is because there was a lack of confidence within myself. I didn't know we got married really young, and I didn't realize how much he really did love me, and that I had a lack of, I didn't love myself. I didn't value myself as much as he did. So it was easy for him to go to someone else that was like, they felt very confident about themselves and was like, knew they were a beautiful woman. He would tell me that all the time, like, I'm beautiful, great, and all these type of things. But I didn't know that I was that way. And it was more the confidence within myself where he was like, you need to know who you are and how much I love you. But I didn't have that inside of me because of childhood trauma and different things, not having a father around growing up. So it was easy for me to be like, well, I don't know what a man is like because I didn't have my father around. And when I did get a stepfather, he left too. So I was sort of damaged. So I had to realize that I had to find the love within myself. I think a lot of women have to be confident enough to know that if a man is telling them, hey, they love you and they really want to be with you and they see greatness in you, take that in and know that you are great. That's just an experience that I've had.
Wow, goddess of love. You just opened my eyes up. I've heard it all, but I never heard that, goddess of love. I've never heard that. And I feel all women and any women that have experienced that, because I can understand from a woman, I could understand the low self-esteem. And I'm not sure if that's what you're saying, but I've had women tell me they got low self-esteem and they'd be beautiful. They'd be nice looking, but the confidence wasn't there. And I used to try to build on the confidence and tell them, you beautiful, you sexy. but for some strange reason, Goddess, it wasn't sinking into them. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, I was one of those women. And like I said, what I really had to learn is that the love for myself. And it had a lot to do. We don't really focus on the women not having the father in the life, but it affects us. Just to be transparent, it affects us not having that consistent father because um, most people that have their father around, they're daddy's little girl. And they know because your daddy makes you feel like you're that queen. If there's fathers out there that have daughters, that's their baby, that's their queen. And if you don't have that, it can make you have low self-esteem. I'm speaking for myself. I know this because I actually went and did the work and went for therapy and really know how to love myself. That's what I preach about all the time. But it goes a lot deeper than that. You really gotta really. I was like, yeah, I love myself. I don't know what he's talking about, but when I really thought about it, he would always say, "You're beautiful. You're this and that." And I was like, "Oh, I'm all right," or I just didn't feel that because I didn't have that father figure in my life. That's what I think the issue was. I didn't have that father figure to say, "Hey, baby girl, you know you beautiful," because that's what men do to their daughters, and it affected me. It really affected my self esteem.
As men, because we're in class and we're trying to understand so we can be better men to you ladies. As men, how do we deal with a woman with the least confidence? I see you backstage, Smoke. Give me a minute to bring you up, Smoke to the Bone. I'm gonna bring you up. Salute, big boss lady. Salute, TC. Salute y'all. Salute, S. Hutchinson. As men, how do we deal with women like that so we won't go out and cheat? I'll wait for Goddess of Love to come back in. I see you, Smoke to the Bone. I'm gonna bring
So I think that in my experience, after I got that confidence in me, I noticed the difference. When I'm very confident, and I don't call it cocky, I call it confidence because you're supposed to be that way. When you are confident, a man is drawn to that. It attracts a man because, and like I said, I had to learn that. And through my experiences, if you are confident, men are more attracted to that confident woman because they're like, okay, like, you'll say she got it going on. She knows who she is. She feels empowered. Not saying that she doesn't need a man, but showing that, hey, I'm confident within myself. And I found it once I got that confident, it was more attractive to a lot. Even my ex even said that to me. He was like, I see to this day, he was like, I see the growth in you. I see the confidence in you. And it's very attractive now because you feel that way. So I think, like I said, just finding that confidence within yourself is going to definitely help that man, especially if you have a man telling you that. Women, we need to take that in and really take it for what it is. Like, if they're not just going to say that, men, I mean, some men will say that just for one reason, but if you have a consistent person saying that, especially your husband, take that for what it is. They really feel that you're beautiful, and take that in and roll with it, because they wouldn't be with you if they didn't think that.
You blew my mind. Salute Wheezy. Salute Wheezy. Salute Wolf. Salute Wolf. Salute Miss Callie. Salute. You blew my mind. You
Shout
really
out to
did.
the chat. Thank you.
Because, like I said, I've heard a lot, and if I've heard that, it went over my head, but it makes sense. Let me bring Smoke up for a second. Smoke,
Okay.
I had only wanted the ladies to be up here first, Smoke, but let me just bring you up, Smoke, because Smoke, you always drop some jewels and you always ask some interesting questions. So Smoke,
Hey,
what do you think?
give me 5 minutes and I'm gonna come right back in. Give me
Okay.
5 minutes and I'll be right back in.
All right. Appreciate you, Smoke. Okay. So, wow, I don't even know where to go next because, wow. Salute mouthpiece. Salute mouthpiece. I'm feeling
And that, like I said, it's my personal experience, and I just don't think a lot of women like to talk about it, Shank. Like I said, I'm very transparent, and I talk about what my journey was, and I see that in women as well. Like I encourage women, you're beautiful, and men
right,
too. Real
right,
talk. I ain't
right,
even going even in men. Like I always try to encourage men that they're great and powerful, they're kings and so forth. Because in this society, especially nowadays, men are not even felt like they're needed.
right.
And in my eyes, that's a lie. Because I could be as independent if I as what I want, but I know what I need. You know what
Let's
I'm
talk
saying?
about. Let's talk about. I want us to
Okay.
talk about that. Salute Leslie. Salute Leslie. I'm feeling a little better, Wheezy, and everybody else that's been worried and been checking on me. I'm feeling a little better. Let's chop that up as far as men being. Come in, guys. You got come in. Come in. Talk to me about what you just said about how men feel today.
So in society today, we can use, for example, listen to the music. As far as rap, you hear women talk about, I don't need a man, I got this and that, show me the bag, blah, blah, blah. So then men feel that they are only needed for money or not needed at all in the household. And society has put that on women as well because they make sure, especially the black man, that are not, they make ways to make sure that they're not in the household. Unfortunately, either jail or something. There, society has a way of doing that. So men feel, and I have encountered men that don't feel like they are needed because women put that out there. So, Shank, what I did personally is really try to just like, how should I talk to a man? How should I treat men, even if they're not my man? Just even me up here coming talking to you. How can I respect him and show him that, you're great by calling them king, by showing the good qualities that they have? Because nowadays, women will hurry up and say they don't need a man. And I'd be like, that's a lie in
Right.
my eyes. I need that man, not for money, but for protection, to be there when I need that companionship. There's a lot of different things that men can offer women besides money. Yes, money helps. It's good to have money, of course. But if we're focusing on that part only, then of course we're going to say we don't need a man because circumstances can change. But I feel that society puts men down, especially in the music industry. That's where a lot of these young women today are looking at these Megan Stallions. What I listen to her verses and what she says, and she be like, I don't need a man because this, that. Basically, like she has the male part. You know what I'm saying? Just to be politically correct on here. And I think that we need to change that narrative as women and really start complimenting our men and telling them how great and powerful and what they have, because that's why how we work together, by teaching them to tap into their other side, where I say more feminine but sensitive side, or emotional. Let me say emotional side. We are nurturers by nature. God created us to be nurturers. So we're supposed to nurture the men as well. That's what I think.
You're probably every man that's listening, and you're probably every man in the chat, ideal woman or dream woman. How because some women, there are women down there in the chat that are agreeing with you. So let me backtrack. There are some women down there in the chat that is agreeing with you and they feel you. How can we get this message that you just gave us, how can we get this message across to the masses of women?
I think like doing what we're doing now, having these conversations that might feel uncomfortable. I do that on my platform as well. I'll call, and I say it all the time. I'm going to call y'all women out and say what I feel that we need to do. A lot of women are not receptive to it, but we need to talk about it. If they could talk about how the man is bad and how this, how come we can't talk about the good qualities of the man? So I think definitely by just having platforms like you're doing right now, and myself and other content creators, is a way. And also, if you're an artist, a music artist, or I do poetry, I try to always make these men feel powerful. And also, if you're a mother, I have 2 sons and many adopted sons. And they even call me when they like, hey, I need some help, or I need to know about this, or I know you're going to tell me the truth. We need to stop hiding from what the truth is and be very transparent in what's really going on. So that's what I think.
Can I get any of my moderators to drop Goddess of Love link in the chat? Can I get a moderator to drop Goddess of Love link in the chat?
Thank you. But I just think, I don't know, I'm just happy you're having this subject. I happen to tune in, and I'm glad that a man's saying it too as well, because we need to hear both sides. Like you said, it's not just men or women, it's both sides, because we need to talk and communicate together like we're doing right now. Communication is the key, even if it's going to be something we don't want to hear. I think I know when I was growing up, everything was a secret, or we don't talk about this and we don't talk about that. Why? It's life. We need to talk about it.
And that's why I wanted to make this vice versa. Like, salute Carolyn, appreciate you for pulling up. I didn't want to make it one side. I said, let me do something. And most of my demonstrations, I make it a even playing field. Like, I want to do, make something that can question the men as well as question the women. I don't want to just question men only or question women. I want to even the battlefield. So that's why I came up with the demonstration. Why can't I treat a good man right? My woman is good to me, so why do I cheat?
Mm-hmm. It's a good topic.
I do believe in love. I not only believe in Black love, but of course I believe in Black love, but I do believe in a love that's worldwide. I believe in, regardless of your nationality or your race, I do believe that you deserve to be happy. But I do believe in Black love, because I do believe that as a community and as a race, I believe that we are destroyed. Now, if those that would like to date outside their race, hey, that's fine with me. I ain't got no problem with it. If you're into interracial dating, hey, that's you. But I do stand for Black love. I would like to see more Black men and Black women in loving relationships. I do believe it can happen.
Absolutely. And I'm with you. You can date outside of the race. I get it. I don't have no problem with that. But what I see the common problem is with ours, like I said, the narrative that's put out there is that we don't need a man. And like that just irks my nerves, because it's like, who said this? Who said that? That's not how life is supposed to be. If that's the case, there wouldn't be men and women. They just be men or just women, So that narrative, especially in our community, is that you're that strong woman that got it going on with no man. Yeah, I'm showing that I can do it. Okay, you can do it. And I feel that when we can do these things, when you're an independent woman, because I'm very independent, but that doesn't mean I don't need a man. The independency comes in when my man needs me to be there. So, for example, even if you were going to use money, for example, okay, say my man's the breadwinner, but what if something happens to him? What if he gets ill or gets in an accident or something? Then that independent spirit that I have inside of me needs to come out. That's when it needs to come out. Okay, babe, I got you. Let me go ahead and do blah 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 blah. Or depending on your relationship. Some men can stay at home. I don't have. Some women have a problem with the man staying at home. If he has to stay at home and do things, and you're making more money, then sometimes it's like that. It just depends on everyone's situation. But it's not saying that we don't need them.
Let me see what Mouthpiece said. I dropped the link. If anyone would like to hit the panel, man or woman, feel free to hit the panel. Mouthpiece says, I think it's the upbringing of the woman or man to loyalty and love is not expressed enough also. I do agree. Mm-hmm. Leslie says, what nutcase came up with that lie talking about we don't need a man? Well, that was designed and it was programmed many, many, many years ago. I believe, was it the 60s or the 70s?
It might be before that. I think things started changing in the 70s, though. Think about women liberation and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when it really changed in the 70s, because that's when everybody was fighting for their rights or fighting for whatever. So I think women was they wanted the same rights as men. And I think people took that as, we don't need a man. That's just my thought.
Let me let Tommy slide in for a few. Slide in, Tommy.
Salute, Rock Squad. Salute, everybody. Salute, Shank Rock. Salute, Miss Goddess.
Peace and love.
Peace and love to you. You know what? I was not expecting this. Miss Goddess, I was not expecting this. You know what? I just want to tell you thank you. And I'm at a loss for words, for real. Because very rarely do I get the chance to hear accountability, especially when I hear from the ladies. It is always, we don't need men. And, I've listened and I heard some of the most ridiculous women explaining why they don't need fathers and how men how they minimize men. But you better not try to minimize a woman. And you just be like, yo, are they for real? See, Miss Goddess, we can move forward with women like you leading the charge. We could get past this gender war so easy with women like you leading the charge. But as long as we got these psychopaths leading the charge for the women, we will get nowhere, because the men understand that we need to do some changing, bottom line. But how much changing and how effective do you think that change gonna be when one party wanna stand fast and one party willing to bend? Okay, I'm telling you, Miss Goddess, I was not expecting this. I was just not. And I'm so happy to hear from you. And trust me, you got my attention. All right. I don't know what you got, but trust me, I will be listening to you. All right. Because I'm telling you, with women like you leading the charge, we could get past this gender war real easy. Because men, we quick to stand up and say, look, we need to work on some stuff. We need to get ourselves together in some ways. We need to pull up and step up and man up in a lot of ways. But you very rarely will hear women say the same. And when I hear you speaking, I know it's a chance. I know it's a chance. If we can get some more you, we can get the gender war out the way and get to the real fights, the real things that matter. We can move forward as a collective community and get some things done for ourselves.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm transparent. I know what my purpose in life is because I have a good connection with my creator and ancestors and things that I am tapped into, and I know what my purpose is. And once I realized what it was, I said, well, I just within the last, I didn't start my channel until June, July of last year, and just really start. I was like, I was nervous because I was like, man, I need to be transparent about some things, but I can only be me. And if I'm
I'm
not
telling
being
you right
true,
now, you got a new subscriber.
oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I
Yeah,
just
And
go ahead, baby. I'm
no,
sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good.
I
Go
just
ahead.
dropped your link in the chat. Make sure
Thank
everybody subscribes to Goddess D of Love's channel. I just dropped her link in the chat. I'll let you and Tommy continue talking. I'll go on mute. Y'all continue. Y'all go ahead.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miss Gordon. Like,
Hmm.
look, we as men, listen. I am dog hard on the men about stepping up, about being a man you say you are, about cherishing the things that matter, and sweeping to the side a lot of this foolishness. All right, like we need to champion the things that matter, and what matter most is the family, the collective family together moving forward in the interest of progress. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And then let me say this, because I actually, I'm telling you, I tested the theory, and this is why I go by the name Goddess of Love. Because when I got divorced, I thought that was going to be forever. So it traumatized me to the point where I was like, what did I do? I really had to be like, nah, it's not just him. And like, even to this day, me and him are very, very good friends. But what I want to say is, through what I've done in my study, women have a way of de-escalating or escalating a situation. And I have tested the theory because, and you can see it on this app. The way women, if a woman comes up in a hostile environment and comes up there like, I'm gonna tell these men off and I'm gonna say what, they're gonna respond the same way. If you talk to these men in a type of way, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, some men, like you said, everybody has to work on it. But I do believe that that is one of our gifts because we are nurturers. We could control a situation because of a lot of men. If I go and say, if there's something going on, for example, just give this example, somebody's messing with me or treating me a type of way, and I come and say, you need to go over there and handle this right now. This is out of control, blah, blah. That man's going to go do that. But if I come and be like, hey, I'm having issues with such and such and such, I don't want you to do nothing drastically. I'm just letting you know, that man's going to act accordingly that way as well. Just like, for example, how I'm up here talking to you guys. You guys weren't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. I just hit the link because I support her channel. And then I'm like, oh, here's an opportunity to show how we as women can, and I'm not saying control, but we have a way of saying, hey, let's be, we can either escalate or de-escalate it. And the de-escalation is okay at times. When we need them to be warriors, that's when we need them to be warriors. So I do feel that that is one of our powers as women.
Oh my God, I am loving you. Straight up. I am loving you. It's like, cause because it's one thing, right? And it's exactly what you said. The way you communicate it. See, a lot of women, a lot of times, they think just because they not screaming and cussing at you, you don't understand passive aggressive. Okay? like you don't have to be screaming and cussing at me for me to know you talking condescendingly to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the way a man gonna respond is the only way a man know how to respond, because passive aggressive is still aggressive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and men only know one way to meet aggression, and that's with aggression. And if you
Mm-hmm.
come at a man aggressively, that's how he is going to respond, because as a man, that's the way you know to deal with aggression. And it been like that out because it been like that our whole lives, whether on the basketball court, whether on the football field, whether in the debate room, it doesn't matter. Men know one way to deal with aggression. And even though you think you, because you're not screaming and cussing, I don't know that you speaking to me in a way I do not wish to be spoken to. I mean, and just to hear you, Goddess, it is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, trust me.
Thank you. And like I said, it doesn't mean that I think you get more respect when you are your tone. Not saying that we cannot be firm women, because there's times when we have to be firm and be like, no, hey, look, are you listening to, but there's a way to say it, like, look, especially I think we need to be firm if it's going to be damaging to the man. Like if we see something that y'all can't see and we like, hold on now, you're not listening to me because I see this and this and that, or hold on, you need to calm down, or anything, just direct that attention to the greatness in them instead of that negative spirit. But like I said, we still need y'all to be warriors as well. There's a time and a place for that, where we need you, where I say pop off. That's what I need you to pop off right now. If I need you to pop off and I feel like that's the reason, or hey, I need you to be the warrior right now, then we need to let that man do that as well. And then that's where we step back and be like, let them do that. But if you look at, I look at a lot of movies way back in times where there's kings and queens. If you really look at their marriage and relationship, the king would say, what did the queen say? Look, if you watch those movies, now there's times he made decisions that even the queen didn't agree with, and she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna say my piece. If you gonna still do what you gonna do, go ahead." But then if it failed, she wouldn't be like, "Well, I told you." She just be like, "Okay." And he even responded in a way where, "Dang, babe, I should have listened to you," or vice versa. I just think we need to really just tap into those type of things, because the king will let you be the queen, ladies, if you move accordingly.
Simply because that's how it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's supposed to go, Miss Goddess. That is I mean, honestly, that is the ingredients, the building. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Me being the king and you being the queen don't mean you don't have a say.
Exactly. And that king, if he respects you, he's gonna tell you. Like I said, they need to watch them movies. If you feel what I'm saying, they'll say, "What did the queen say?" The queen said da 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 da. Oh, okay, well, what are y'all doing? Do what the queen said. It's just the way that we're addressing it. And I'm not saying that it's gonna be perfect, because I'm not perfect. And that's how I know and learned it. I really studied this, y'all. Like, because I was
Nothing is
distraught.
perfect.
I was distraught when I got divorced, because I thought, nah, that was my forever. And then I said, wait a minute, let me really study this and go into. And so even today, there might be somebody that doesn't agree, or I feel, and I try my best to keep a calm attitude. But there's times where I have to get a little loud, or say, now listen here, or, hey, nigga, listen to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But I know that they're respecting me. Hmm.
Right.
They feel respected.
And and like you said, it's the way you go about it. It's always the way you approach the situation. Okay? Because I'm a man, okay? And And baby girl, I don't care how nice you been or think you been. You're not about to bully me in this conversation. You're not about to get your homegirls together in the chat and bully me. I don't back down. I stand on what I say. Men are needed. And it don't matter that you sitting here and since you don't like what I said, you're not going to agree with nothing, no matter how ignorant you sound, trying to say you don't need men and men not needed to raise children. And men, I mean, I wish you could have been around to hear this stuff and read some of these things.
Oh,
You
I
know,
hear it and see. I hear it and see it. Trust me. Been on YouTube since 2020 before I even made my channel last year. Like I said, and I was hesitant, and then I had a good support system, even on this app where they were like, "No, you need to go talk about this stuff." So I see it. Me personally, I'm not gonna sit up here and argue with no man. I'm just not gonna.
you don't supposed to, and
I don't even want to argue with a woman.
And I keep trying to tell them that. No, you let me listen. If he's saying something stupid, and listen, a man gonna check him.
Exactly.
A man is gonna get up and address him. Okay? And trust me, I was married for 14 years, and Miss God is my wife, passed away. God rest her soul. I love you, baby. Please
Rest in peace.
and know I'm thinking about you every day. But listen, I champion that woman to the death of me. Okay? To the death of me. I know she was the very embodiment of motivating her man. Okay? Because I'm already driven. I'm already super ambitious. Okay, I already understand how to win and get the job done. It's just some days I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling at my best. And when you got a woman who can always speak that life into you and make you lace them shoes up and get out there and go get it done. Okay, listen, that means more than any bag you can bring. That mean more than any independent you think you are. That mean that you got your man back and he know you believe in him. Even them days he really got a problem believing in himself. And when he feel that way, it is no way on God's green earth he is going to let you down.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's another thing in society. We need to let men check the men and women check the women. Because I mean, that's what is supposed to happen. Like I said, I'm not gonna be on no app arguing with no man. I'll hop down in a minute. I don't really like to argue even with a woman. Like, but I will politely tell her, like, you wrong, sis, or queen, you wrong right now. Like, let's think about it.
They're not gonna listen to you when you tell them that. They're not gonna listen to you, and that's the only reason men address them. You see, like, women think if you're not taking her side, you taking the men's side. And it's no, you're not taking no side. You taking the side of the truth and the side that make the most sense, not the side that don't make no sense and gonna keep us failing.
Yeah, I do have a group of women that I feel understand, and like I said, over on my channel we talk about a lot of stuff, and I always praise. Don't get it wrong, queens and goddesses. I respect y'all as well. Like I do, and I know what the power we possess, and it irritates me when we use it in a way that is not supposed to be used. And I just know what my purpose is. And I have to accept that some women's not going to accept it. Some men don't want to accept it.
Goddess, can you explain to me why every other nation of women understand how important it is to build their men up, but our nation seem to not understand and think tearing their men down is somehow the answer?
That's because so in our community, we are very, very powerful human beings. Not to say anyone isn't, but I'm not going to go deep into that because I have my own views and thinking. But what I'm going to say is the society is targeted us to be like, no, we're gonna break up this household. So they make it appealing. Like I said, with the music, you turn on the video, you see this woman rapping, and the first thing that comes out of her mouth is F a man, I don't need a man, I'm the one, blah, blah, blah. They do that. They made it where our men are incarcerated more than other races, or they don't get paid as much as other races. And like I said, I don't judge because I'm very free with everybody, but that's what I see, that they put in our minds, that our men are supposed to be, they're basically a slave to the world, and they make it that way instead of showing the greatness that's in them. And it's because you could go, like you said, when I went to Jamaica, let me use this for example. Their president is a woman over there, by the way, in Jamaica, or it was when I was over there. And the way they treat women too was different, but the way they treated the men was different as well. And I think it's just because of the way our cultural is we're so used to being like in the 50s, the man would go work, the woman would be at home and cook and clean, right? But yes, the dynamic has changed, but that doesn't mean we don't need them. I think when they thought the dynamic changed, that meant that we were supposed to change. Oh, we don't need men or women. No, it just changed of how it's going to happen. Like sometimes the man does have to stay at home, and I see men discard men that have to do that on this app or on social media. They consider you a punk or the mommy dad or something like that, which to me is a very attractive thing because they still taking care of home as well. Not that we change roles, it's just that that's what works for us. Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. Finish.
No, go ahead.
Let me just slide. Let me let Mouthpiece slide in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Peace and love, kings and queens. Peace and love.
Peace and love, bro.
Peace and love.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all got me and my feelings over here, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta keep it 100, man. Especially you, Queen. I appreciate you for saying all the wonderful things, but it also make me come to this point too that I have to express as well. Excuse me. Us as men, being the leaders of the family, we have to let go that pride and ego and embrace accountability, because a lot of us have misled the queens to the wrong direction, making them think that the physical aspect outweighs the internal aspects of a relationship. And I really appreciate your mindset with that, Queen, because we need that to reflect on all the queens for them to, understand and embrace it, because us as men, we have kind of failed in that light, and I take accountability to say it right now, to apologize to all the queens out there, because that's what I came up, that's the area I come up off of us being upfront with our queens and treating each other with dignity and respect, not all this westernized stuff that we've been doing, being out here and getting accommodated to this junk. When we only had rocks and metals and things that we lived off the land, we was more humbled with it. And we understood the power of having a team and being a team with your wife, being a team with your queen. You know what I'm saying? Even if she disagreed with you, you able to see her point and embrace it and not make her feel like she's a second-class citizen. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I definitely want to just put that seed out there as well and say, we got to reevaluate our mind and look at a relationship like washing your hands. You know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other. You can't wash your hands with one hand. It can't lather up enough soap. You need that other hand, just like we need our queens too, to get back and embrace us. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily spoiling us with all the accolades like a woman, but just sometimes coming to us and just rubbing us on our back. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, I love you, baby. It's going to be all right. I got you. Don't even sweat it. You know what I'm saying? It go a long way. You know what I'm saying?
That's an excellent point, Mouthpiece.
Appreciate it.
I ain't mean to cut you off. That's an excellent
point.
No,
you good, bro. I was done.
And just one thing for you, Tommy. Let's not revisit old issues, but everything that Goddess of Love, Tommy, and Mouthpiece is saying is excellent point of views. I'm gonna mute my mic. Y'all slide back in. But Tommy, remember, let's not revisit old issues. All right, Mouthpiece, y'all can slide back in.
Okay.
Okay, Sean.
Yeah, Mouthpiece, I appreciate you taking that accountability as well, because I feel that that's what we lack too is accountability. We got to take accountability for things that we've done, that we said. And like I said, I'm not up here saying that I was perfect. I have to learn this and really, really dive in because like I said, the next marriage that I'm in, it's gonna be forever until, whatever happens. It's not
That's
gonna
right.
be because of something, a misunderstanding, but we do have to take accountability. And so I appreciate you saying that, that some men do that. And like I said, it's based off of society, the way they try to take us down, you know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
this year I feel it's a year of infinity, of learning and knowledge, and things are going to change if we keep having conversations like this. We
Yes.
might reach a little bit at a time, but it'll get there.
True indeed. Yeah, because off that by itself, us just acknowledging this point and bringing it to fruition, and also having this conversation is knocking down the first step to bringing on healing towards both sides, because both sides need to heal. You know what I'm saying? Um, if y'all ladies in the chat or wherever y'all ladies at, y'all hear my voice, just know that y'all love and everything that y'all done for the black man, bringing him into this world is also appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't hear it enough, and I want to be the first one to say that. You know what I'm saying? And regardless, I'm not simping, regardless of what's going on, because like the Queen said, I myself had to learn these things as well. Coming up in a single family household, it wasn't easy. Watching my mama suffer raising up 5 kids, it's not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child, and that's definitely what we used to have. So we definitely got to get back to that.
Slide in, Pee Wee.
Salute everybody on the panel, Mouthpiece, the young ladies.
Salute,
Salute
brother.
Queen. Salute
Peace
Shank.
and love.
Salute Tommy. I just was chiming in on the topic because I seen it earlier. I seen it
Salute to
earlier
you.
this week, and I just showed up a little late. But I was looking at the topic, and it's crazy, right? And this is just my opinion on the situation because before I got in my present relationship, I used to ask because I know what I had to never figure out is the caliber person that once a person fill out the caliber person that they are, then you get to start asking certain questions. And I knew that from a point as a young man that I could be a good man, right? So being as I was in my good man status, I used to ask the woman, if you found a good man, would you know how to treat him? And I would ask a man, I would ask a man, if you found a good woman, would you know how to treat him? Because we always ask for these things, and we never, and once we receive them, we don't know how to treat them, or we don't even acknowledge the good thing that we have, right? So, so with that being said, a lot of women would be like, well, yeah, I would. But then once they get them, how do you know how to treat something that you never experienced? Or how do you know how to engage with something that you never had? Right? So then now we're going back to the learning process, right? And learning to be picking up things along the way, I had to learn how to treat my good woman, right? I had to learn how to allow, and I'm talking about from a man's perspective. I had to learn how to allow her to be sensitive with me, or for me to be sensitive with her. When I have to lay there when I don't want to lay there. You know what I mean? So she can feel secure. That whatever makes her feel comfortable. I'm talking about the adjustment into being intimate with each other. And that's why I think a lot of us in our community lost over this Western civilized saying, like Mouthpiece said, we lost the sympathy and empathy for each other in a relationship and as a people. Once we find this again, or once we start allowing this to be shown, because a lot of times what is not shown is the love and the compassion and the empathy for the human being that looks like me. Why? because I don't trust. I have insecure, whether it be man, woman, or child. It's the insecurity that I have within my people or myself that's saying don't trust, don't love, don't have compassion, don't have consideration, don't have empathy, don't give them the benefit of the doubt, trust no one. And it's a mentality that exists in our communities. And that's why we struggling to get back to where we was originally at. You know what I mean? So that's just something that I gotta put on. I'm the person that's gonna play the devil advocate. I'm gonna look at what's not being said. I'm gonna put it. That's why. Well, it was all a part of the plan to make our woman the head of the household. You know what I mean? To try to degrade the black man to make, because listen, once we stand up, because we're not the people that stand up and fall weak. Once we stand up together and in unity, oh my God, the world is not gonna know what to do with us. And once we unite, come on, man, listen, because listen, and there's one thing I ain't gonna never take nothing from my sisters. Like, yo, they been the backbone of our community. They been the ones that can put the fire out in a man. They been the one they been. We just want to have to be the ones that be on the front line and lead them and provide for them and care for them properly. They been so. It's like we judge everybody by one person. We can't judge every relationship by the last relationship. We can't judge every experience from the last experience. Why do we always bring old experiences into old situations into new experiences?
I think it's a lot of conditioning too, brother, to add on to that. And I appreciate what you said too, brother. You're right and exact about that. Yeah, my name Mouthpiece. I'm originally from I was born in Louisiana, but I'm actually from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's where I was raised up at. And yeah, I definitely got a channel, y'all. I'm gonna be discussing these issues too. I got a show I'm gonna be doing too called Come On Brother. So if y'all could gladly subscribe to my channel, y'all are more than welcome to pull up and we could build and we could have a discussion. Thank you, Shank Rock, for sharing the link, brother. And we could definitely further elaborate, because I think if we as a community continue to have these conversations and being able to inquire like minds like mine, we could definitely make a change. You know what I'm saying? I definitely could see us getting back to that love that we once had.
That's
It's
right.
not too far fetched as long as we put the effort in,
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, these just the things that like we see it, especially. I've been here. You know what I mean? I'm about to be 50 years old this year. Like, man, I've been here and I've seen. See, when the transition was happening between our generation and our parents' generation. We could see how it have changed. We've been in the transition. So, like, that wasn't like what I seen in my household at one point, and then until it started breaking down. That wasn't like what I seen early on in my teens. My aunts and my uncles was together and was with their mates for minutes and hours, and regardless of how, their woman still got respect. You feel what I'm saying? That's the
That's
same
right.
way. Like I told when I bought my house, and me and my lady bought my house, I said I'm gonna just help buy it, and you gonna make it to home. So whatever house you want, just pick out the house. Cause the only thing I'm gonna do is buy it. The only thing you're gonna do, you're gonna make it a home. And a house ain't nothing if it ain't a home. So the Queens been carrying us like this. They've been carrying it like that. You know what I mean? But we can't. We just allow them to get so far ahead of us and so masculine because some men don't. You know what I mean? They just wouldn't hold up that part. And now I'm talking about, now I would rather see unity, when a unity like this, whatever worked for you, as long as it's conductive to you and your household and what's working. I don't care if, listen, because I'd have been in a situation where I had to be Mr. Dad, Mr. Mom, whatever you want to call it. And I had to cook, wash, clean. I wasn't working. I had to wash, clean clothes, cook, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because listen, if my lady going out, why the fuck I can't do that? But my mother raised me that way. My mother, excuse my F-bomb, but my mother raised me that way. Like, you ain't gonna need a woman. You gonna want one. But at the same time, if If she can't wash the clothes, I know how to do laundry. If she can't cook, I know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Well, or if that's Mike, gotta be my position. Because we all fall short. We all get fired, lose jobs. Don't, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. So why you can't help around the house, black man? King, help your queen.
That's very true because before my pops got addicted to crack cocaine, y'all remember the crack era. He was
Yeah.
that stand-up guy too. He was. I seen him iron clothes. I seen him cooking us breakfast. I seen him, you know what I'm saying, even, you know, washing my mom's clothes and things of that nature. So it wasn't nothing that my dad did not do. He was definitely a Renaissance man. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
agree with you on that, brother. There ain't nothing demeaning about helping the queen when she needed, because that's what it's all about. You know?
Right. Exactly. So and the thing about it is assistance and support is it don't have no limitations on it. For me to assist my queen to make it better for her, don't have no limitations on it. For her to assist me or whatever the case may, don't have no limitations on it, because guess what? It's all about the betterment. If we working as a team for the betterment of us, we can't do nothing but get better. We can't do nothing. We gotta get better. You know what I mean? We gotta have those hard conversations, those hard talks, those agrees to disagrees. That's what makes the relation. That's what I don't understand. If you don't know what a relationship, that means we relate to each other in this, and sometimes
That's
we
right,
don't relate.
DB.
And sometimes we don't relate to each other in this, but it's called the relationship. So, you know what I mean? So, but I thank God for the good woman that I have now. They always say like I love mine. I'm good with my queen. I don't see no reason for me to go out and cheat. Have I? To be honest, I have. Do I still? Hell to the no, because I don't like the way it make my I don't like the way it make my living quarters feel. I don't like the way I want to go home and be peaceful, loving and caring in my household. And
That's right.
have I cheated? Yes, I have cheated before. Do I like it? Hell to the no. Because they feel they ain't gotta see you to feel you. That's called a woman's intuition.
That's right.
So so
Man, may the
you know
Most
what I
High
mean?
continue to bless you and your queen, brother. Y'all, man, I'm proud to hear that, brother. That's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy. I'm happy in the space I'm in. So Shank, I digress. I ain't gonna run the whole show.
So I just wanted to, you brought some very, very good points out, King Pee Wee, you did. So I want to say this to the women as well. If we have a man that is at home being the so-called quote unquote quote mom, dad, or whatever y'all want to call it, we do not want to put that man down. I see a lot of times they be like, you sorry, all you do is stay home. Now, if you're staying home and just playing video games and not taking care of the household, absolutely, we're going to say something. But if that man is going to work and still coming home, and say you have to work longer hours than him and he's taking care of your kids and providing for you and all that, give that man praise, because there's a lot of men that don't even do that. We can't sit here and say there's men that are lazy and just sit in the home, like I said, and watch TV, play video games, and don't do nothing. But those men that take the time to take care of the kids, cook, clean, and do all that, praise that man for that, because now that will make another woman that is single attracted to your man. Real talk. Let's talk about that. That's gonna make me, I'm just gonna be honest, be attracted to that type of man, because I'm seeing something that you don't. And then at the end of the day, not that I'm condoning cheating, but that's a reason why that could be that too, because I see something in your man that you don't see, and you need to be grateful for that man that you have. So I'm just gonna put that out there, and I digress.
But you got a point too, Queen, because that's what make a man leave a woman and get with another woman. You know what I'm saying? Because men with appreciation to us, man, it don't matter how many times you could tell your man, I appreciate you. But if you don't show him that appreciation, and you don't rub his back, or you don't, make him some coffee in the morning, or you know what I'm saying, do something special that he like, he's not gonna see that. And then here comes this other woman that's immediately noticing him. Wow, King, complimenting him. You look so handsome today. Wow, you smell good. Compliments, things of that nature. It does carry. You know what I'm saying? So you're not wrong for what you just said, Queen. I definitely agree with you on that because that's exactly how a lot of relationships go bad because they get better and then they get to not giving man compliments as they should, you know.
Right.
And I think, like, you know, whatever your family dynamic is, right? As long as, okay, it's respected by both parties and it works. I think that's all that matters, you know, and because the way my family dynamics is set up with don't necessarily have to be the way your family dynamics. It don't make either family dynamic wrong. Okay,
Right.
as long as it is
Right.
working. You know, as long as it is working, as long as it is a cohesive unit that is moving forward towards progress. That's all. That's all that matters. Okay? It don't matter what nobody else think about it. You know, it does not matter how it makes someone else who is not living it feel.
Right.
Facts. Man, yeah, that was a very, very good point because I think people look at that and be like, ooh, that man's sorry, or ooh, that woman is sorry. You don't know how their household is run. Well, I mean,
Right.
come on, stop. Stop it. I'll be irritated, y'all. I'm serious. Stop it. We need to stop that because what works for them, let that work for them. It don't mean that
Exactly.
it's for you.
Exactly. Everybody in the house eating. Ain't nobody starving. Everybody washing up. Come on. And that beat out that's once again, I'm looking behind the problem. That's would be our problems in our society because we're running our lives off of what other people picture us or we think other people should see.
Right.
No, this is what happens in my household. It might not happen in Tommy household. It might not happen in Shank household. It might not happen in the Queen household. But guess what? It's working. Ain't nobody starving. Ain't nobody missing no meals. Ain't nobody missing no baths. We still enjoying life on life terms. What is the problem? And why is you worried about what's going on in his house? Or what's going on in my house? What's going on in your house? Because if you that much focus on what's going on in my house, you probably don't even know what's going on in your house.
Because there's probably nothing going on in your house. That's why you so focused on what's going on in somebody else's house.
That's true.
That's
True
fair.
indeed.
And we need to stop focus on who's they said, and we said, and forget that.
Who is they? That's what I'm gonna. I hate when somebody
Man,
say,
who is they?
who
Yeah,
are they? Who are the people who is the they? Whoever the they is can get out my face.
That's right.
exactly.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
Like that
and,
means.
and, and
Go ahead,
and when
John.
I focus on the men, you know, I'm telling you, brother, listen to what I'm saying. Okay, leadership is leadership. You understand where I'm coming from? No,
Mhm.
no, nigga, you ain't no leader just because you a man. No, that don't make you the leader and she should follow you and you gonna lead her to hell. No, that's not. Look, get that out your mind that nothing is required of a leader except that he have two testicles and a penis. That is BS.
Ooh,
Okay,
thank
Well,
that
you.
is BS.
most of the case, in order for you to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower too. So
That
you
part.
can't just,
Understand that a leader came from a leader of a leaders are not born. Okay, they are created. A good leader had a good leader was a good follower.
right.
Right.
I'm glad you said that because I am. Some men say that I've always heard this. You act like a dude, or you think like a dude, or you be trying to lead. And it's not even that. It's just, well, first of all, in my regular work life, I am a boss. I have a team. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I do have those qualities. And sometimes it does irritate men. But I know I learned how to scale back when it comes to my home, but that doesn't mean that I don't know how to lead certain things or lead in a direction. Because I do feel, this is my personal view, if women came together as one, that the men would follow. That's just my view. Like, you would see that, look at these women working in harmony, not following and like I'm following what they do, but then you guys are going to create a harmony, and then we create a harmony because we're doing that as a leader with the women and with our children. So I appreciate what you said, because a lot of men, I'm telling you, I hear it a lot. And they're like, you're too independent, or you're such a leader, or you need to step back. I know how to step back when I need to step back. It's just that in my everyday life I have to be a boss, and because I'm not in a relationship or a marriage, I have to be the boss. Doesn't mean just because we are a boss or we show those type of leadership ways that we don't know how to not be that.
Oh yeah, because that's what I was about to say. A lot of times the belittlement comes with for the man is because of the woman's work position, and she don't know how to leave her work position at work. Like when she come
Hmm.
into the house, and far as the leader, and like in my house, like, and it's not like all right, I'm the dominant part in my household, right? But at the same time, I'm open minded enough, and I'm got enough sense. If my lady come up with a better idea than mine, I can take a look at that idea. I can let her lead in that situation. I can allow her to lead in the
Exactly, G.
situation. I can allow her to lead in that situation because guess what? She may have more experience and knowledge in that situation than I do. So if she got more experience and knowledge in that situation than I do, babe, take the lead, handle your business, lead us to justice, lead us to success, lead us to prosperity. I don't have no problem with following my woman as long as that's what she's leading me to. The same with a man. Like Tommy said, a man want a woman to follow him, but where's you leading the woman to? What how you leading her to? Ain't nobody trying to be living in no shelter. Ain't nobody trying to be struggling to pay some bills. Where you leading her
Exactly.
to? You wanna make all these great decisions for the household, but is it gonna be conducive? How long it's gonna take? What the process gonna be? Come on. When you leading the church, so that be the scale when I talk about when people gotta when you gotta deal and with it when you dealing with your partner. Y'all got to have, you sometimes even with the feelings and emotions, sometimes you gotta set the feelings and emotions aside and deal with the logic situation that's gonna make us successful and better in the future. So
Right. I know
Indeed.
my in-laws have been together for 52 years, right? So I asked, I went to, well, I still call them, I'm still their family, but that's, another thing. But
right.
I went to my father-in-law and said, what did you do? Like, how did you do that? You know what he told me? He said, I listened to my wife. And I was like, huh? Like, he was like, I don't be worrying about all this other stuff. He was like, I mean, he said, in our household, she takes care of the bills. She does everything. He said, I go work and I say, here's some money. We do I have my money, but he was like, and he did the quote off of White Man Couldn't Jump. He said, I listened to the woman. And I just sort of looked at him and was like, that's very interesting, because a lot of people don't think that way, but that's what works for him in their household. 52 years going on.
Want me to tell you why it worked? Because it worked for me. Like I listen to my woman too. I'm not gonna say lie. It worked for me because guess what? And it's not like I ain't got no say. I can do whatever I want, say whatever. But I'm not jumping off of no macho shit because excuse my language. But I'm not jumping off of no macho stuff. For the simple fact is, she's more organized than I am. Right? Being so she
Hmm.
more organized. She say, babe, listen, I don't got no problem with taking good orderly direction. Let's say that. Good orderly direction. I hope y'all get that. Good orderly direction. So I'm gonna take the good orderly direction. All right, babe, listen, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do that. Now, guess what? She gotta figure out, I already know what I gotta do, and I do it. Period. Bills paid, all that stuff. And I pay my own part of the bills. I do all that on my own. But she's like, babe, this yours, this yours, this yours. All right, bet. Don't worry about it. Think no more about it. You don't have to worry about that not being paid because I'm gonna make sure it paid. I'm gonna make sure I get it done. I'm gonna make sure that as far as the outside of the house, I'm gonna make sure don't worry about nothing outside. I'm gonna make sure the roof. I'm gonna make sure we get windows. I'm gonna make sure all that stuff. I'm gonna make sure the backyard. I'm gonna do all that manly stuff that I wish you would touch a trash bag in my house and take some trash out.
Oh
Exactly.
man, that's what I'm talking
Exactly.
about.
That's how we roll.
I wish you would. If I leave the trash in there in the morning before I go to
You
work,
better
it
not
better be
touch
there
it.
when I come back. If I
Facts.
take it out when I come back, but don't you
Mhm.
take no trash out of my house.
Don't you touch no trash.
Right.
Facts.
You feel me? So you know
Yes,
what I mean.
sir.
So it's just certain things that I know that is my duties to do. The same like, and that's the thing about it. My mother told me that when I was a teenager, let a woman be a woman, and woman got to allow a man to be a man.
Mhm.
It
Yo, I
definitely go hand
remember.
in hand.
I
That's very true.
remember. I remember as a youngster, bro, and my mom was getting sick of waiting on my dad to cut the grass, and so she went out there with the lawnmower. He came home, man. He flipped a fit. Okay,
Right.
you trying to embarrass me? What the hell wrong with you?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
But it made him great. It made him never always cut the grass now, though, didn't
Yeah, huh, man.
it? I'm
No
just
doubt.
saying.
True indeed.
Let me
Sure
slide in,
did.
y'all. Let me let me
Hey, but
slide
salute
in.
y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. But salute kings and queens,
All
man.
right,
Hey,
salute,
hey,
bro.
I
Have a
appreciate
good
y'all for this wonderful
Salute, my
conversation.
brother.
Y'all definitely gonna be
Thank you.
seeing more of me.
All right,
one.
I dropped
And
your
I
link,
subscribe to
Mouthpiece.
you too. Thank you,
Hey,
Mouthpiece.
I appreciate you, goddess. Blessings on
Peace and
blessings.
love, King. Mhm.
Peace and love, queen.
All right, let me slide in, y'all. Big salute to Mouthpiece for joining us and dropping some heavy jewels. If you haven't subscribed to Mouthpiece YouTube channel, I dropped his link. I'm going to be dropping Tommy's link and Pee Wee link as well. Make sure y'all subscribe to Tommy and Pee Wee, and also Goddess of Love. I dropped her link. And if you haven't already subscribed to my backup channel, Shank Rock Films, subscribe to the Shank Rock Films channel. But now I want to get into the actual demonstration. Let's start with Tommy and Pee Wee, and then I'm gonna come to you, Goddess. Tommy and Pee Wee, my woman is good to me, so why do I cheat? Slide in, Tommy.
Let Pee Wee go first, Shankrock. I need to use the bathroom, but I'm listening.
All right, come on, Pee Wee. My
Yeah.
woman is good to me, so why do I cheat?
I'm gonna talk about it's two different answers I got for this, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because at one point I wasn't mature enough not to cheat. You know, and they say men mature later than women. Uh, and then at some point I wasn't getting what I think I deserved, or yeah, I wasn't getting what I think I deserved. I thought it was more. Um, at this point, all right, earlier on I cheated because I wasn't mature enough. I always seen something that looked better, that I thought was better, and I went for what I thought was better. Didn't know and understanding now that I was messing up what I already had and might have been better. I done heard a whole bunch of women along my way, along my raft of getting myself into being a mature man. I have heard a lot of women. I can vouch for that. I can take accountability for that. I have heard a lot of women in the course of becoming a mature man. Um, at this, and a lot of times I cheated because I could. The woman allowed me to, even though if I told her if I had a girlfriend or she knew I had a girlfriend, or I didn't tell her I had a girlfriend, because the woman was with it and I was with it too. Um, Other times it was because I just, what I mean, I thought the grass was greener on the other side. Like, come on, let's be serious. I cheated because I wasn't mature enough to stay with one woman. I wasn't loyal enough to stay with one woman. I didn't know how to. I wasn't able to be committed. Period. Like I can't. I'm not gonna make no excuses. I'm not gonna try to make it sound justified or whatever because I'm responsible now, and I take responsible for my actions, right? uh I take accountability for my actions. So I cheated because listen, it looked good. It was appealing to my eye, right? And I wanted some of it. Do I still do the same thing still happen now? Sure, I see women that look better than my woman. Sure, I see women that might be more attractive than my woman. But the thing about it is, I know the woman that I'm with now. I know the man that I am. I know what I deserve. I know that a part of valuing myself is not spreading myself around and smashing or just being available and giving myself away to any and every woman that's willing to get in the bed with me. The difference is now is I value me more and respect myself more because listen, I have to because I'm valuable now. I'm a benefit. I'm no longer an asset. You feel me? And I know what my assets are. I know what my good qualities are. I know how I have grown. I know how I've matured. So that's the reason why I don't have to cheat now. Do I still get the desire to? Hell yeah. Come on, let's be real. Do I still see women that's look better, fat, attractive, and all? Yeah. Do I get people flirting with me? Yeah. I ain't probably had this much flirting in my life when it comes, you know what I mean? Since I've been into this mature level, but it's because a woman can pick up on a man that got a woman. Yo, she know that. It's a certain way that a man that got a woman carry yourself going that's until he changes or invite somebody in. I don't invite him in no more. Keep it cordial. I might casually say something to him, but I don't look at, and plus I don't look at women as just sex pieces no more. So that's my answer, Saint. So I don't cheat. I don't cheat no more. You know what I mean? It was good, but and like I said before, early on, I don't like the atmosphere of it is in my home when I'm cheating or when I have cheated. I don't like the atmosphere because I don't know. I get paranoid. I think that she know. You know what I'm saying? I think that she, and in a way, a woman intuition, she really
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
know. She just can't
Yes.
she
prove
do
it.
know. Yep,
Yes.
she
Right?
know.
She just
Yeah.
can't prove it. So
Hmm.
yo,
You
so
mess up. Hey,
I
you mess
can't.
around and tell on yourself, and she don't be knowing nothing.
Right, exactly. So, you know what I mean? So the intuition, I'm telling you, I done seen it, and I done seen it too many times where it's like she looking at me and I'm looking at her, she know, but she can't say nothing because she ain't got no proof. But I know that she know.
Yeah, yeah,
You feel me? Yo,
yeah,
so I don't want that atmosphere in my home where I pay bills that where I supposed to be comfortable at, where it's nowhere in the world that you're supposed to be more comfortable than in the place where you lay your head and sleep at. In a woman or a toxic relationship can make that place very, very, very uncomfortable. Whereas though
yes,
you
Lord.
think that you
Yes,
would
Lord.
think that some being somewhere else is better than you being home. And that's crazy to
Yes,
me
Lord.
in my mind. So I just don't do it no more. We gotta explore. We gotta take some. I gotta tell her what it is, what we want, whatever the case. But we gotta talk about it. We gotta have them. You gotta have them hard conversations. You can't avoid them. So I have them hard conversations now. So that's why I don't cheat anymore. But in my past, I cheated because I wasn't mature enough to stay in a loyal relationship. I thought it was always something better. I thought that's what I was because of the misinformation. I thought that's what I was supposed to do: conquer as many women as I could in my lifetime. That's what I that's how I live. So
Excellent point. Excellent point.
yep. So I
You ready to
digress. Shank.
you ready to slide in, Tommy?
Yeah, Shank Rock. Um,
My woman is good to me. So why do I cheat?
yo, I'm gonna keep it 100. No, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know what, Shank Rock? First of all, I you know, I was so immature and so silly that for the longest time, I honestly didn't know that just because I had these options that I didn't have to do it.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
really did. I really thought, that if these opportunities, because I guess I thought that you supposed to be doing whatever make you feel good, and you don't supposed to be doing whatever make you feel good.
Facts.
Okay, I really thought And ladies, try to understand that I wasn't coming from a malicious place. It was just available to me. If I liked it and I saw it, I just took it. But it's going to come that time in your life, in every man's life, where what he got to gain from cheating and this feeling is just not worth what he got to lose if it don't work out in his favor. It come that time in every man's life where what he got to lose just ain't worth what he got to gain from this little 20, 30 minutes. And until I figured that out, because trust me, bro, when you with one woman and y'all lockstep and y'all locked into each other, oh man, it is no good. Because let me tell you something, being a player, that's the easiest thing in the world to be. That's the easiest thing in the world to be, but being a stand-up man get hard. When a chick know you about something, it's just like Shank earlier today when you was explaining how your girl, her friends would be coming on to you and trying to get you to do certain things. Yo, it was times in my life when I would do it. I would hit them all.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I would hit them all. Didn't give a damn about nothing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
All of them, the whole squad.
You know what I mean? I would hit them all. I would run through every one of them. Even the ones I ain't like. Even the ones I couldn't stand. Even the ones that downright made me sick. I would hit them all. You know? And then I remember when some of my white friends would push up on me, you know, and it would disgust me. It would disgust me. And I would be like, babe, you know, so and so, they ain't your friends. And my wife would look at me and say, you think I don't know that? I know who my man is. She was like, you think they don't see what I got? You think they don't want what I got? You know, the life you provide for me, ain't nobody gonna never come and provide that for some of them. They know they ain't gonna never have a chance at this. They not gonna tell me that they jealous of me. They not gonna say that. These the kind of things that they gonna try to do behind my back to show me how they really feel about me. But it's not like I didn't know this. I knew this my whole life. Okay, they always try stuff like that. You understand? But I look at you and I expect more from you. And with that conversation, I expect more of me too then. Since she expect more of me, so do I. Okay, and it ain't no way I'm gonna let her down by disrespecting her like that. You understand? Respect is earned, not given. And I learned that. Life taught me that. Life taught me that respect is earned. It's not just given. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't do nothing to her that you wouldn't want her to do to you. You understand? Because I understand I could hit 1,000 chicks. She only got to hit one dude and I'm going up the wall.
Oh, man. You're going to lose your mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga,
You know what I'm saying?
Your mind gone.
So when I realize I can dish it out, but I can't take it.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It gets you in line because I realized a lot in my journey of life, man. A lot of the women I dealt with, you know, so a lot of them, Shank, I only dealt with them because they was fine. She's so fine, but I didn't really like her like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But she is bad. She is smoking. But you know, I just can't stand her low key. You know what I'm saying? So when you got those feelings about somebody, you ain't grown enough and mature enough to say, okay, I gotta let this go. Okay, this not where I want to be. And being as though this not where I want to be, this is not where I'm supposed to be. I don't respect this situation, so I'm not going to respect this situation. So honestly, when I learned that respect is earned and not given, Shank Rock, that's when I learned that, hey, I'm in control of the things I do, not
Yep.
nobody else.
Yep.
Okay, this thing
Facts.
between my legs don't lead me around. You understand? And that's how I move, Shank. I digress.
Excellent point, Tommy. Excellent point, Pee Wee. Now we're gonna go to the ladies' side. And this is where Goddess of Love come in at. Salute the fresh perspective. I see you, Lady Fresh. Salute, Lady Fresh. Big Pressure. I see you, Big Pressure. Salute, Big Pressure. Eye of the Storm. I see you. Relax with just said Bay. It's somebody else I missed too. I see y'all down there. Salute he who enlightens. Salute and salute anybody else that I didn't get around to salute. Salute Carolyn. Now we're going to take it to the ladies' side. And this is for Goddess of Love and any other females that's in the chat. Y'all welcome to pull up on the panel. Goddess of Love, why can't I treat a good man right?
Hold up, Shan, before you see Goddess, before you slide. I'm gonna drop down so in case the ladies want to slide up, because I'm doing my work, but I'm still on here though.
All right.
All right.
Okay, what was the question again?
Why can't I treat a good man right?
Well, I think we get it as women, we can get into our own thoughts and our own ways of what we think a relationship or love is supposed to be, especially like I said, with society putting different narratives on how we need to treat a man, which is not the way that they need to be treated. We're independent, too independent to the point where we're saying we don't need a man. So I'm not going to treat him right because I don't know how to do that, because the society has built it where we as women don't really know, well, unless you go back and have a good foundation, know how to treat a man. In my case, my mom was divorced, my auntie's been divorced, my grandma's been divorced. I don't have an example of how to really treat a man. And you have to really know and learn and find examples so that you'll know how to treat that man so that he doesn't go outside and do, outside of the relationship. If you don't know, you need to learn, and don't go by the examples or listen to the advice of those that are not successful. Like, I can't sit up here and talk about a successful marriage because mine wasn't successful. I could give you the experience of what I had, but I don't have that successful knowledge. So I think that we need to actually learn how to treat a man, especially if we don't. And the reason why I think a lot of women don't do it is could be because of selfishness. They could be selfish. And what I really want to say, and just to be transparent, because that's what I do, is in relationships, there could be jealousy as well. I've seen where men and women have been jealous of each other, which is crazy, and it sounds crazy, but they could be jealous of their own mate. And that can have them treat a man a certain type of way as well. So, and then again, once I say that self-love, like I was just saying, King was just saying, you got to have that self-love, because you're not going to do anything to anybody that you don't want done to you. So definitely having that self-love as well.
That's an excellent point of view, Goddess of Love. I appreciate everybody for pulling up to this class session. I think we were able to drop some jewels. Well, I believe that Tommy, Pee Wee, Goddess of the Love, Mouthpiece, I believe y'all dropped some heavy jewels. Any last words before we get out of here, Tommy?
Yeah. Salute Rock Squad. And I just want to tell y'all that yo, it's a pleasure of mine every time I come on here and get to chop it up with y'all and exchange ideas. I love fruitful conversations and things that we can grow from and build on. And it just make me look forward to the next time we can have one of these meaningful conversations. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all drive me in the right directions. Thank y'all. And it was a wonderful day as usual talking to y'all. I love y'all. Peace.
Appreciate you, Tommy. Love you back. Any last words, Goddess of D-Love?
Well, thanks, Shank, for having me up on the platform. It was a pleasure. I was nervous to come speak my truth, but I know, like I said, I know what my purpose is, and thank you for allowing me to do that. And I just wanted to say this is an example of how these conversations can happen. We both showed as men and women how we can have these conversations where they don't want to have. So thank you. And let's continue to put this content out there and move in love. And I think if we do it little by little, that is going to get to the people that resonate with it. So once again, thank you for having me on the platform, King. And Tommy, King, thank you for your input, and I appreciate you both.
Appreciate you, Goddess of Love, Goddess of D-Love, and Tommy. Wow. What a very, very interesting demonstration. It actually turned out different than we all thought it was going to turn out. And that's why I always say social media can be a curse or it can be a blessing. It's all what you make out of it. And in my opinion, we all need healing. In my opinion, we all need someone to talk to. And having these discussions, these demonstrations like this, like Tommy said, you know, it's helping him. You know, it's helping me. I'm sure it's helping all of us. We all have work to do. None of us are perfect. None of us are better than the next. But if we come together, we communicate, that's the main thing. That's the main thing, in my opinion. That's part of the problem. And that's the main thing that's part of the solution, in my opinion. Communication. Communication. If we would just learn to communicate with one another, a lot of our problems would go away. A lot of our problems would be solved. Salute Nola. Salute Nola. Make sure everybody subscribes to Mouthpiece channel. Make sure everybody subscribes to Goddess of the Love channel. Make sure everybody subscribe to Tommy's channel. And make sure everybody subscribe to Pee Wee's channel. I want to see all of us prosper in this new year. I want to see all of us, even if you don't want to be a content creator, I still would like to see your channel grow. You might change your mind 3 or 6 months down the line. You just never know. But I want to see all of us, and I want to hear from everyone. I don't want Tommy, Pee Wee. I don't, even though Tommy and Pee Wee and my regulars are welcome to hit the panel, but I want to see some of the ones that have never hit the panel before. I want to see some new faces. I want to hear some new voices on the panel. And if you have a problem with anybody that's on my panel, and if that's the reason why you don't come up, let me know. And I'll keep it between me and you. Because I don't want no one, and Miss Parker don't want no one to feel like they are not welcome on the panel. We human. So we're going to have issues. We're going to have problems. But we got to work around our problems. And if you having a problem, if you have an issue with somebody that's on the panel, let me know. And I'll make sure that they're not on the panel so you can hit the panel. But this is a new year. And I want to hear from everyone. It ain't mandatory. You ain't got to hit my panel. You ain't got to hit Miss Parker panel. But come on, y'all. Everybody's voice should be heard because everybody has a voice. Everybody's opinion and perspective should be respected because everybody has an opinion and a perspective. It's just an opinion. You're not going to agree with Shank Rock's opinion all the time. That's okay. I'm not going to agree with your opinion all the time. That's okay. But my opinion is my opinion, and I have the right to speak my opinion. Vice versa. You have the right to speak your opinion. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure everybody pull up on my main channel at 10 p.m. The demonstration on my main channel at 10 p.m. will be the real reason Shanquella Robinson was attacked. Part 2. Shank clears up the bartender's name. So make sure everybody pull up on my main channel at 10 o'clock for my Shanquella Robinson demonstration. Salute everybody. I see everybody at 10 o'clock.